Whenever I have free time and I feel like treating myself, this is my go-to dish. I love making this, especially on top of food in a box. But today I'm going to be showing you how you can make it on a stovetop in a saucepan. This is smoked Nile perch in gnut, and we're going to be using some of those small onions for flavor. So let's get started. Hello there, my name is Rita and I'm the Cooking Nurse, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, please make sure to subscribe, join the family, and if you're a returning subscriber, you know how much I treasure you. Thank you so much for holding me down. And yeah, so we're going to start by separating the bones from the fish. I have children. I do not want to be separating bones from their gnut every 2 seconds, so usually I do it prior. It's so important with flavor, so usually you are not going to see many people removing the bones, but yeah, for personal preferences. And also there are other options how we can extract flavor from these bones, as I'm going to show you. So start by dismantling these ones until you find the right pieces of meat. Usually I want the heart and the meat that is on the back of the head. So that is done. I've removed what I could remove, and then I'm also going to remove the skin. It has a lot of flavor, but also I do not like the texture when it cooks, given the fact that they smoke this fish with scales on. So usually I do not like cooking the skin in my final product, so I'm going to remove that. And then also continue removing these bones and separating them properly. So this particular part also I like it, yeah, that's why I put it in. And then I'm going to go on ahead and get the fillet, but also removing the skin, remember that. But if you like the skin, the texture of the skin, no problem, just pull away. The fish is smoked well to perfection, so usually it's already cooked. You do not have to go all the way in, and then fish easily infuses with whatever seasonings you are using, so you don't have to like suffer with it. So the reason I'm doing this is because I want to make stock out of the bones. And yeah, so I'm going to remove continue separating the bones. They are very, very tiny bones in here. Also, I do not like using the tilapia, because tilapia has a lot of small unseen bones that can easily stay in the fillets, but the Nile perch has at least visible bones. I can just easily pick them with hands, as you can see here. And then yeah, usually they are also smoked when they are not cleaned inside, so they do not cut them. You want to make sure you remove all the inside things unless you like eating them. Yeah, I don't know, why do you like eating them? Please remove them. Okay, so now we're going to continue separating the bones from the fillets, and that's it until you're done with this fish. I'm doing it slowly, because usually I get people saying, oh, that was so fast, oh, I did not see this one, oh, I did. So I'm doing it slowly so that you can see that it's not actually that fast, and this dish did not take me 8 minutes to cook, but rather our video is just compressed. So give yourself time. And I always tell my people, or the people I get a chance of teaching in my one-on-one classes, that the greatest ingredient one can ever give themselves is time. The greatest ingredient ever to exist is time. We have been conditioned to think that food should be quick and fast and cheesy and creamy and super tasty and everything else, because we are always on a rush. Somehow we are always going somewhere, we do not have time. But you always have time to scroll, you always have time to do all these things, but not for cooking your own meals. So if you really want to make great food, please make sure you have enough time on your hands, or have enough skills to actually shorten the time of cooking into something that is doable in your own households. So that's it. You do not expect to be making this dish in 3 minutes and it comes out perfect. Or do your prep work and you're fantastic to go. So now we are done. We are going to put all the bones in a saucepan and pour water in them, covering them. You want to make sure they are submerged so that they can easily cook. Look at all those bones. I also put in the skin because it has a smoke flavor that we are looking for especially. So I'm just going to fill the whole pan with water, and make sure, yeah, of course I already said, but make sure the water submerges a lot of it. One thing about gnuts is they are going to thicken whether you want it or not. So please put in enough water so that you give them enough time to give you the best aroma. So now we are going to cook that stock on low heat, bring it to a boil, and then simmer it for about an hour until enough flavor has been extracted and the liquid looks just like that. So we're going to use that liquid to cook our gnuts. I'm going to put my gnuts in a saucepan where I'm going to be cooking, and then put in some of that hot stock. The hotter the better, because it's going to easily melt these g nuts. If you're using powder, no problem. If you're using peanut butter, still you need to loosen them up. So you want to go in with little water in the beginning. First break these hard lumps down and make sure everything is like soft, and then continue adding. Do not pour all the water in at once. The g nuts will play you. You may find you're spending a whole lot of time trying to melt it out, and if you go slow, start with little water, little stock, and go upwards, it is just going to be easy. And yeah, there you are, you have your stock. Now my g nuts are all like the lumps are all out. They have dissolved, so I'm just going to go on ahead and sieve the rest of the stock, keeping the bones out and getting the stock down. Yeah, the flavor is still bombastic, but the bones are not inside, because I have children again, and even me, g nuts usually tend to thicken. I do not want to be chewing something and then also worried about chewing into a sharp bone. But if you do not mind, especially in commercial setups where they usually want to tie things so that they look bigger, yeah, please make sure to do what you prefer. So as you can see, the g nuts are pretty much loose at this point, so I'm just going to cook them down on gentle heat. This was medium, and they start thickening with time. And I've already told you that the fish is always smoked, so you do not have to like overcook it. If you put it in before, like immediately after putting the water, it's going to smash and you're going to have some mashed fish in g nuts. So you don't have to have porridge. Cook it down until it's all thick and nice, and just at this stage when it's almost reducing, I'm using a silicone spatula to make sure I clean the sides perfectly well. And then now I am ready to put in my fish. You want to put the fish in when the g nuts stop bubbling so hard and they are now like gentle, like in their soft girl era. Yeah, so now we are going to put in our fish meat and then gently tuck them in and let them cook on really low heat. So you also do not want to stir like in circular motions as if making porridge. You want to go gently, just making sure you scrape the bottoms, because g nuts will stick nonetheless, and you do not want them to stick already, or you want to keep on stirring as you go so that you do not burn much faster. Now once they have thickened, we're going to add in our onions. I've told you this process took about an hour and so, without the stock making. Yeah, the g nuts only took about an hour or so. So if you see it compressed in 8 minutes, I don't want you to estimate. Please give your g nuts time, and they will give you flavor just like that, easy peasy. Now they've cooked on low heat and they've started producing some oil, so I'm going to go on ahead and add in my salt, which is also going to help actually thicken them the most. So that's why I put it on in the end, and then I left it there for a few more minutes, and yeah, the oil had started producing and they looked so delicious. Enjoy. See you soon. Bye.